We are with the man, the myth, the legend, stylist J.Bolin. And I have to say to you before we get started, a huge thank you. I need to let you know that all of this was just dropped in my spirit less than a week and a half ago. You know, you were here last May. Was it last
Yes.
May? Yes, it was. I can't even believe it was just a year ago because when you were here, you were praying. You and your wife were trying to get pregnant.
We were trying to have a baby, and I was sick as a dog the last time I was there.
Yes, I remember.
I was not feeling well. We were praying to have another baby. My wife was on the road with me. We were just trying to get that good quality time in, and now we're able to do both. We're able to attend the Dash conference, attend this Dash moment with you, and have the baby, and still have quality time. So thanks be to God, right?
Well, I'm telling
we did it all
you.
this year.
Yes, the last time you were here, you left such a rich deposit. People were so blessed. They still talk about it. And I know here in Boston, every time we see, listen, you have not acted like there's been a pandemic. I mean, you are, I mean, every midnight hour, you are releasing collections like crazy. Like where are you getting all these downloads? Like, can you pass it on to us?
See, first of all, I have to keep people like yourself motivated, okay? And it takes a lot to keep a fashionable woman who knows what it takes to show up. You show up. Every time I see Mona, she shows up. Just like you are right now, this huge couture necklace and this beautiful black dress and the flowers draped, like you're just living life in style. And so initially I felt like I was going to be doing it like it was like, am I supposed to be like talking fashion right now? Is it in vain? Like we have people that are like dying and there's so many unfortunate things that are happening, across the world. And God said, but will you stop your gift?
Wow.
While dealing with grief? I did not tell you to stop and stop your gift and stop serving the world and to stop offering hope to the nation. You are offering hope. What I have is hope, and I'm just now realizing that in the midst of this quarantine / quality time is that I am offering hope through fashion, and I never realized it that way. So I had to keep it going and keep people motivated, and I try to make people as interactive as possible and be in the game. Like be ready to show up, whether it's Zoom, whether you're in your home, whatever it is in life, show up.
Wow. I'm going to tell you that, and I say this, when I get those midnight like texts from your company, and I like literally, I'm like, wait, is this the last collection? Because I feel like during the pandemic, you have released a collection every single week. No, that's what it feels like.
I would definitely say this has been insane because maybe 2 months prior to the pandemic happening, I had a meeting with my team, with my CPA, and I said that I wanted to slow down because I have a baby that's coming, and then I want to be at home more. And I really enjoy Shop J.Bolin. Like I love it so much because number one, I can be as creative as I want to be. You're dealing with clients like it's specifically to their need. You know what I mean? You're catering to their client need. And I'm able to be as creative as I want to be. I love marketing. I've had to learn marketing, from ground up. I couldn't afford a marketing team, so I had to become a marketing guru myself. And so now I'm literally enjoying every single step of the way. And I never knew that I would be at the point that I would be able to market myself out of poverty and live in abundance, and abundance. Like, so the pandemic has taught me that abundance is available no matter what your circumstances looking like around you. And so I literally am able to profit every single week. So when the world is saying no, the world is saying shut down, the world is saying you're not going to pay your bills. All of my gigs I got canceled as a fashion stylist, all the way up until September.
Wow.
So everything that we had on the books and on the calendars, imagine if I had just said yes to just styling. So when we have so many gifts and so many callings and we're like, I don't want to look like I'm a jack of all trades. I don't want to look like I do everything. Well, we have to remember that God did a lot. And if we're made by God, we're made to do a lot. Like God made the the moon, the stars, the earth, brought light. Like he did so much. He said, let there be light, let there be this, let there be that. Like he's the creator of all the creators, and we're at our closest when we are being creatives. When we're creatives, we're at our closest to the creator because
Yes.
we're doing exactly what he put us on earth to do. So here I am in the midst of a pandemic and still being able to
Wow.
create. And I spoke this over myself, not even knowing it. I said, I want to stay at home. I want to give more to my shop, J.Bolin, and just be creative and innovative as possible. And here I am releasing a collection every single week, and every single collection has sold completely out. And that has never happened in my entire career.
Well, I'm telling you, I have been encouraged by watching
Wow.
you. And I mean, I've learned in this season to dream bigger. And I remember we were sitting around the table, my husband and I, and my son and my spiritual son, and I said to them, I thought I was the biggest dreamer ever until this pandemic. When this pandemic hit, I said, I knew that God was saying to me, no, the dreams, and I have my vision board right above my computer. And I was looking at that, and I remember there's something in the corner, and the Lord said, if you think that's a big dream, that is so small. And
That's
so then
small.
when I started seeing your collection after collection after collection, I was so encouraged. And
Well,
it really helped
I was
me.
encouraged by you as well because you were doing things that were extremely innovative and creative. I see like on social media, you having these fashion moments and you're just using what you have in your closet already to inspire people and showing them different ways of wearing it and having those moments with you. You were not doing that when the world was just moving at
Right,
its own pace.
right.
But that was pulled out of you in the midst of this pandemic, and you have people's attention. You have
Mm-hmm.
people's attention. People love hearing it from you, and you're motivating women, and you're helping to save lives and save homes and save marriages by encouraging women to give your best, to look your
Mm-hmm.
best at home. Make your husband look at you again. Make Bay look at you again. Okay.
Well, we don't want no babies over here. I'm too old for that. We good, we good. But listen, one of the reasons I had to shop my closet because the last time you were here, I sent you
Yes.
that little video clip of my husband saying she needs some help because she has too much stuff. So, it's amazing to me how, like you're saying, that God had been speaking to you to use everything that's inside of you. When he
Yeah.
created the world, I had this revelation the other day that when the earth was wiped out in Noah, right? In Noah's time, Noah built this ark that no one had ever seen. So the creative God put this creative ark inside of him. And he was shaping wood and making things and making rooms for animals, and no one had ever seen it. But then when the water took over the earth, God never said again, create water, create the moon, he wiped out the earth, but because his
Wow.
spoken word was so strong, he never had to say it again. So when you talk about speaking things over your life, it's like you speak it over your life and they keep going. And I'm telling you, it is just so incredible
The
to
timing, what I've learned in the past maybe even 72 hours is that timing is everything. Timing is
mm,
everything. So whenever God says move, you must move. So even in my busyness, like I'm learning that when things get back busy, how are you going to listen? We need you to be able to listen, to be sensitive to the Holy Spirit, because within that lies the abundance of life that we all long for, right? So one thing is that on this last collection, and I'm gonna use clothing with an analogy. So on this last collection, I sold a blouse, and I didn't realize that I had sold a blouse before, maybe 8 months ago. I
mm,
sold the same blouse 8 months ago, and it did not move.
wow,
It didn't move. This collection, I put it up and I sold hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. And they
wow.
sold out in minutes. Every time I put it up, it sold out. So same garment, different time and different season. And I put my all into it. That's the thing. It wasn't just a seed that I planted, because that shirt was just a seed. That's just something
Mm,
that's just there. That's already planted. But I never nurtured it. So my nurturing was my marketing, was taking good
mm.
care of it and speaking on it, speaking over it and talking about it and breathing life into it, because it had no life. And so I was able to breathe life into that. And then that's when that abundance came. So that was the same blouse, same shirt, different season, different nurturing that I had to give it. And look at where it is now, in comparison to when I first sold it, I maybe sold 5 of them.
Wow.
And now I'm selling hundreds and hundreds of that exact same shirt. The demand became different. The demand became different when I put the demand on myself to make sure that I was nurturing the gift that God gave me.
Put the demand on yourself, nurture it, and then
Yeah.
the results produce a different harvest. That's
Wow.
powerful. That is so. And what was the name of this collection? Because the name of the collection was catchy, the fruit, the lemons, it was, I mean, it was, I'm on a shopping fast. I've been on a shopping fast since January 1st, okay?
Well, I love getting people involved. So initially I went at my collections like extremely humble in the past. When I say extremely humble, and I want to always be able to remain and keep that humility. But there's something about being able to serve that confidence to women to make them feel and make them know because we're doing it virtually. So if I'm like too humble and too like just, oh, it's such a pretty shirt, ladies. You should buy it and thank you so much for buying it. Like nobody's listening, right? But then when I tell women, listen, you a bad chick, you deserve this shirt. God made you. You're gonna look amazing in it. Make sure you serve it up this week, sis, when you put this shirt on. Then women say, all of a sudden, ding, I deserve to show up.
Yes.
I deserve that when I get on this Zoom call or when I go to this conference or when I'm here, when I'm there, I deserve to show up no matter what my circumstances, no matter what things look like around me. Self-care is the best care. We always say that. Oh my God, self-care is the best care. We hear it all the time. But it really is. It really, really, really is. And so this collection was called Sis Snapped. And so what that means to me is, people say sis all the time.
Yeah.
So sis is just a natural word that we're using right now. And so sis snapped. So we always see that sister and we'll be like, oh my God, you snapped with that. Like that outfit was bomb. You looked amazing. And so I just wanted to do something that was relatable. Was relatable to my community, was relatable to every single woman that I know, to know that there's a woman that snapped. And then for the women that follow me that don't use that kind of language because they're so articulate and, what does sis snap mean? All of a sudden, that sis starts snapping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Miss Articulate starts to become more relatable. Then everybody just comes to this one meeting ground and become this one person. And that's what I absolutely enjoy doing, is just creating a playground for everybody to come and play dress up.
Okay. Well, I thank you. I know that you've carved out some time for us to sit in dialogue with you. And we are going to encourage the women to go on and look at your collection. It sounds like, did this collection sell out as well? And do we have another collection?
So we're in our
week?
second day. Yesterday was our first day, and we had to go through and do an entire restock. So we're looking forward to a great Saturday and a great Sunday. And like we said, we're looking for abundance, abundance, abundance. And I also want not only myself to live in abundance, but I want women's closets to live in abundance. Like I want their lives to be in abundance because clothing is prophetic. So it's setting you up for your next. So getting dressed for where you want to go, not necessarily where you are.
Yes. Well, the other thing that I definitely appreciate about you, Stylist Bolin, is that you are about community. I know that there's a manufacturer that you've been working with, and you've really helped put that manufacturing company on the map. There's an accessory business that you've helped put on the map. You are not a person that is just concerned about yourself. You are concerned about your clients. You're concerned about helping other people. I've seen you use models, all different sizes, really build up the next generation of stylists. And I just want to say to you that all those seeds that you plant, I know that the abundance that you have right now is because of the faithfulness of you not being a selfish person and being humble and living your best life and really helping others to live theirs. So with that, last year when you were here, everyone, we were just so impressed with you as just a person that you're going to receive a check in the mail from us as just sowing seed into your business, because that's what we're doing in this season.
Now that's what I call a sis snapped. That's a move of sis snapped right there. Oh my God. No, seriously, thank you guys. Like, yeah, I was impressed with you guys, honestly. I was impressed with number one, your hospitality. I was impressed that it didn't feel like a business. It felt like I was literally living out the life, and like with like what would Jesus do? I was surrounded around a whole lot of people that had what would Jesus do stamped on their forehead. Like from the people that walked me to my seat, that got me up from the stage, that walked me to the back, that hugged them and loved on me in the lobby, taking pictures in the lobby with everybody. I mean, everybody was just so gracious that I'm just grateful to even know you guys. Like, obviously, I would just want to be and fall in love with your outfit that you have on right now, but I have to be more and the hydrangeas that you have sitting in front of you, like all these things, like I want to visually fall in love with, but there is an internal love and forever gratefulness that I will forever have for you guys. And then outside of that, I was introduced to you guys' music, and I have yet to stop listening to it and introducing it to other people. So you guys have been a blessing on my home, and thank you for the seed, for the future seed. That's going to help to take my family continually to keep us rising above.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy Saturday after your collection drop, and I pray abundance over the weekend, that you sell out. And can we expect a new collection next week as well? I already know. I mean, where is it? I mean, does the Lord just like, is the cloud just over you and everything dropping? Because I'm like, Lord, drop a collection like with me, like help me. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing.
So we'll definitely be producing a new collection. It may not be necessarily next week. I'm working on another project for everyone for next week, so that everyone can continue to show up. But we're going to be showing up in a different way. So that's going to be exciting. And then I'll come back out with something fresh and something new again for everyone. I'm going to keep it going. I don't care what things are looking like. When the stores open up, when the world opens up, it's insane how, as a small business, that we can be living. Some of us have had the opportunity to live in abundance, and it's also our duty to make sure that those who are not necessarily facing abundance now have abundance. So what people are sharing with me, my wife and I are able to pour and share into other people's lives, and figure out whose bills we want to pay, and who we want to bless this week. So whatever seed it is that women are pouring into for themselves, they think it's just going to my closet, it's going to help somebody else out in the long run. I love pouring into people, and your seed is definitely going to help do this exact same thing. So thank you.
Yes, thank you. So
it's definitely going to be a collection coming soon, to answer your question. And I have to get you a J.Bolin mug to sit on your.
Okay. Yes.
We're gonna get you a J.Bolin mug so that you can slay on stage with that. And I have to say that you and your team are incredible. This setup, guys. Look at this setup, everybody. Look at all this. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So we have to figure out some sort of training for you to do for the rest of the world virtually, Lona.
Okay.
So that you can teach everyone else across the world, because you have such a big personality. I don't know if you know this or not, but you have such a big personality that I think that you may think that it's confined within the church world or just the ministry, situation. But your ministry goes outside of that.
Yeah.
Like, even what you're doing right now, it looks good on you, girl.
Oh, thank you.
You sit on the stage right now talking to me. Not that I'm making you look good, okay? You're making me look good right now. And you look doggone good doing it, and you and your team are just so efficient, and the world needs what you guys have to offer. So package it up and start selling it to the world, because we need you, okay? I know that this conversation was not about this, but as a businessman, I have to say it before we wrap up, that your team is bomb. And the world needs what you guys, the world needs what you guys are offering right now. So start that package up and bundle it up and start selling it to us because we need it. I'll be the first to buy it.
Okay. Well, thank you again. Please give your wife and the children
I
and
will.
little
Thank you.
Chloe. What a beautiful gift in this
Thank you.
new decade. This decade in the Hebrew calendar is the decade of declaration, and you have declared some great tidbits over women. I know that as they listen, if they take this advice and they don't look at what's going on around them, but they continue to speak it, see it, and do it. Not just speak it and see it, but I think you're a person of action. If they follow the footsteps of stylish J.Bolin, they will live in abundance. So thank you so much, and expect our seed in the mail soon.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
All right.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.